We are comparing the Canon R3 with the Canon R6 because you asked for it. No, this is not the Canon R6. I'll get to that later. This video is sponsored by 17 Hats. So we're comparing these two cameras because, quite frankly, you asked me to. I'm not actually sure why you would compare these two cameras other than the fact that their megapixels are kind of similar. We'll get to all of that, but I'm just not a technical person when it comes to deciding what I want. I mean, I am, of course, I'm looking at the different technical specs and things like that, but ultimately I always look at use factor. Cameras are tools. There's always a specific tool for a specific job, and that's how I will compare these two for you now. Now, this is the R7, but that's just because I don't own the R6 because I don't shoot with it, and I chose the R5 over the R6. I've got plenty of videos on that here. You can look at a full review of the R6 and a full review of the R3 here on my channel. Now, I think the reason why so many of you have asked me to compare these two cameras is because they are similar in megapixels. The Canon R3 has 24.1 megapixels, and did I do that backwards? No, I was right. And the Canon R6 has 20.1 megapixels. So I get the fact that they're kind of similar in that way. But that's about it. The rest of everything about the two of these cameras is wildly different. First of all, price. This camera is $6,000, the R3 $5,999, and then you have the R6, which is less than half at $24,99. So very big difference. If you're looking to make money in photography and not pull your hair out trying to manage everything as a business owner, you're gonna need 17 Hats. 17 Hats is an online client management system, and it also has an app that's gonna help you make sure that all of your clients are happy and paying you. One of the great things about 17 Hats is you can get started without putting a credit card in. You get the first 3 clients that you put in 17 Hats absolutely free. So they have plans that cost absolutely nothing when you're first starting out, then as low as about $13 and going up from there depending on how much you need. It can create workflows for you so you don't forget to deliver or produce anything for your clients. It also helps you answer client leads with lead capture forms that you can embed anywhere, online schedulings, and call flow. Your calendar is practically going to be filled automatically. It's also going to help you get paid with invoices and contracts right in the program, along with being able to set up invoice reminders, online payments, and even recurring invoicing and billing for those customers that need to pay you on a continual basis. It's complete with financial reporting and even has bookkeeping within the system, so you can connect your banks and really keep track of every little thing that's going on in your business. And don't worry, you don't have to start from scratch. 17 Hats has a marketplace where you can purchase already existing workflows, including email templates like mine, right there to get you started. I've been using 17 Hats for the better part of a decade, and I absolutely could not live without it. Now back to this, whatever we're watching. Let's get into the more practical things about these two cameras. The battery, completely different. The R3 has a more robust battery. This has a battery that's going to last you much longer than the battery that's in the R6. Yes, even if you get the vertical grip that has the extra battery slot, you're still not going to get the longevity that you will get out of the battery in the R3. That's huge. That is a deciding factor for a lot of people. Inherently, the R3 has the vertical grip. Yes, you can get the battery pack and have the vertical grip on the R6, but you might like the fact that it's already here. The R3, definitely more rugged. This is a camera that you can beat the living crap out of. I mean, don't, but you can. The weather resistance or sealing or whatever you would like to call it is definitely better in the R3 than in the R6. The hot shoe is different in both of these cameras. The R3 has that digital hot shoe, the R6 does not. The focusing system, I do have to say, is roughly the same when it comes to me practically using it, but the R3 is actually better in low light. It also has the eye control autofocus. The R6 does not have that, but they both have face and eye detection autofocus and do an incredible job at that. Now let's talk about speed. That's the other very big difference between the two cameras. Both of them mechanically go to 1/8,000th of a second, but electronically, the R3 can go up to 1/64,000th of a second. That's crazy, but even crazier is Canon released a firmware upgrade for the R3 that just makes everything go on crack. In the new firmware update, they have released a custom high-speed continuous drive mode that you can use that will let you shoot 2 to 50 images continuously at, you ready for this? At a speed of approximately 30 to 195 FPS. Who needs to take that many pictures? I'll tell you who needs to take that many pictures. People like Larry Chan, who photograph car racing and drag racing, and people like Terrell Lloyd, who photograph the 49ers. This is a sports speed camera. It's amazing for that. That's absolutely what it's for. That firmware upgrade also boosted the video capabilities in it, and now it does full HD at 200 FPS, so like full HD, super slow mode. It's gorgeous. Obviously, maybe not so obviously, but the R6 also has video capabilities, but I think this is more a photo comparison. I hope you're liking this video, but it's just the tip of the iceberg of what I have for you. Down in the description below, I have a ton of education links for you, but I also have a free download. Grab my posing inspiration guide that's gonna help you pose individuals, couples, and groups. Carry it along with you on your phone for your next shoot, or just scroll through for some quick inspiration. Anyway, back to the video. I do have to say I like the low light capability of the R3 better than the R6, and that's one of the reasons why I do use the R3 sort of outside the box for wedding receptions. I like the vertical grip, I like the form factor. I used to shoot with the 1DX Mark III all the time, so it's very, very familiar to me. That being said, if you are someone that's moving from DSLR to mirrorless cameras, you might want to think about that form factor. I was moving from a 1DX Mark III, so my muscle memory is very, very happy with the Canon EOS R3. If you're someone that's moving from a camera like the 5D Mark IV, you're really gonna like the R6. Everything is just going to seem familiar to you. But truthfully, these two tools have completely different use factors. And yeah, you can compare them because of the megapixels, but they're meant for two different types of photographers. The R3 is meant for speed. It's meant for sports, and that's where it's going to really shine and excel. The R6, that's geared towards wedding and portrait photographers, and maybe if you are, a hobbyist and you spend a little bit more on your cameras, you're going to like that as well. So two different tools for two different types of photographers. You get to choose which one is right for you. Let me know down in the comments other things, even if it's a technical stuff, that you think is important for other people to know when comparing these two cameras. Leave some love, hit like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.